Let's talk about men who do the bare minimum in relationship but think they are doing the most. We also have women that think that a man's bare minimum in relationship is him doing the most.
Stop thanking men for doing the bare minimum. You unloaded the dishwasher? Okay. You bought me a house? Thank you. Correct.
Flowers, that's bare minimum, y'all. Flowers are bare minimum.
Flowers don't take much at all.
Girl, you going in the store to get some deodorant anyway. Kroger got $5 flowers.
Yes.
Why are you not buying your girl flowers? I don't understand it. A man will never be able to make an excuse for not buying me flowers. That's one thing he can't do. Because as many times as we have to go in the store, it don't take no thought. You could actually forget about it. You see it on the way to checkout. Grab it, $5, $8. You gonna spend that on some chicken nuggets anyway.
Exactly.
I don't understand that. Okay, flowers, opening the door, bare minimum communication, respect, planning a date. Those are things that women, unfortunately, should not be over the top flattered for. We should not be allowing those small things to get us so head over heels over a man, because those things are supposed to be bare minimum.
Right.
As a human, if you don't know your worth, you would mistake common sense, manners, courtesy as much effort, whereas those things should be inbuilt in normal humans. A man holding door for you, walking at the right side of the road, ordering you food, buying gift items for you should not be seen as a big deal. You should not ignore what you're supposed to look out for in a man and focus on those little gifting. If you want a quality relationship, you should not be flattered by a bare minimum gesture.
Bare minimum or princess treatment. Okay, next one says buying her favorite snack just because.
Bare minimum.
Writing her a love letter.
Oh, princess treatment. The fuck, who am I? Shakespeare.
Carrying her purse when she asks.
I don't mind it.
Bare minimum.
It's still princess treatment, but bare minimum, I won't complain.
Bringing her soup when she's sick.
Bare minimum.
Ooh, love this. Next one, asking about her day and actually listening.
Why you laughing? You're fucked up.
You're so fucked. Bare minimum.
Putting her towel in the dryer so it's warm after shower.
That is adorable.
That's really good.
That's adorable.
I'd say princess treatment just because I know that there's not many people who do it.
Yeah.
But still very cute, and that should be the bare minimum.
Buying her flowers randomly, not just on a special occasion.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Fair.
Hey, listen, I don't know who need to hear this, but that regular stuff you're doing for that girl is not tricking. You buying her food is a must. You buy her flowers is a must. Tricking is when you take her to Chanel and buy 2, 3, 4 purses. When you go to Louis Vuitton and pick out everything she wants and buy it. That is tricking. What you're doing is bare minimum. So I don't get y'all getting tricking and bare minimum confused. That's not how this works, twin. Like, the way I see it, bro, whatever you would want somebody to do for your mama, do it for your girl or the girl that you're interested in. Y'all be mad at me for making videos of me teaching y'all what to do. It's okay not to know how to treat a female, not to know da-da-da. I'm giving you the free game. If you don't listen, that's you, twin. But it's like, waste your own time, twin. Because she can find somebody like me, and I'm going to do it all. You're never going to get her back, twin. So like I'm saying, tricking is not the bare minimum stuff you're supposed to do. So once it's past bare minimum, then you're tricking. But it really ain't tricking unless you got it. So again, stop getting tricking confused with the bare minimum that you're supposed to do. Thank you.
Taking a woman out on dates is the bare minimum. Buying her gifts is the bare minimum. Getting her flowers is the bare minimum. The thing that y'all need to realize is that women have been doing for themselves for so long. They've been, buying themselves gifts, getting themselves flowers, going out on dates, self-reflecting, everything. And the only real thing that they require from you men is for you to actually be a man, which is quite literally the bare minimum. Okay, y'all need to realize that women have been becoming the men that they have always dreamed of. So excuse her for being Little Miss Independent, but there is not much that you can really offer her that she cannot do for herself. While women do not require much, they will not accept anything less than the bare minimum because they know what they bring to the table. The sad reality is a lot of y'all men will have little to quite literally nothing to bring to the table besides a headache and a heartbreak. But y'all stay safe out here, man.
Many men are out there doing the bare minimum in relationship, but thinking they are doing the most. As a normal human being, are you not supposed to be compassionate? Are you not supposed to be accountable? Are you not supposed to be respectful? Are you not supposed to be caring if you claim to love someone? Are you not supposed to make a promise and stick to it? Are you not supposed to have integrity? All those positive attributes I just listed and the ones I didn't list out are considered bare minimum as well, aside gifting. These are things you're supposed to have as a human. So no one should clap for you when you are being a good person, because you are expected to be a good person. You are expected to treat the woman you are in a relationship with right. So I consider things like that to also be bare minimum. What then do I consider to be above bare minimum? The woman's quality of life in that relationship. Is she evolving positively? Is she becoming a better version of herself? Is she happier in that relationship? Is the man impacting her life positively in that relationship? It goes both ways. A man can buy you a house and you are miserable in the relationship or marriage. He can buy you a car but you are not happy in that relationship. He can buy you expensive gifts but he's beating you and maltreating you in that relationship. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So it's about the quality of the relationship, the quality of the woman's life in that relationship. It goes both ways. So we should not be applauding people for being who they are supposed to be. We should not be applauding men for being who they are supposed to be, normal humans, for being respectful, because that is what is expected of normal people. Rather, we should make them understand that what they are doing is just the bare minimum. If you get into a relationship with a woman, are you not supposed to be there for her? Is she not supposed to be there for you, vice versa? So a husband making a meal for the family is not a big deal. A husband assisting at home is not a big deal. He is a human and that is what is expected of humans. A husband babysitting his child is not a big deal. No one should applaud that. But I see women do that all the time. Oh, my husband is a good man. How is he a good man? Oh, he's home. He's taking care of his children. Wasn't he supposed to do that? Oh, my husband is a good man. How is he a good man? He just made dinner. Wasn't he supposed to do that?
Let's talk about the bare minimum, and then I'm going to tell you what you should really be expecting. Bare minimum from a man is the bare minimum from any relationship. Kindness, thoughtfulness, attention, affection, respectfulness, listening to you, not talking over you, doing what they say they're going to do, honesty, transparency, faithfulness, reciprocation, positive energy, sincerity, and an equal effort toward the things that you both have decided are important to you. Now, let's talk about what you should actually be expecting. That's just the bare minimum. What you should actually be expecting is not just this laundry list of bare minimum things. What I want you to start expecting is how you feel in a relationship. Get past the list and start thinking about how you actually feel in your life being in this relationship. You feel inspired. You feel like a better person, like you can conquer the world, understood, like you can share your most vulnerable thoughts and feelings and they will never leave that person's mouth again. Do you feel like you can say anything to them and share anything with them in confidence and they will never use it against you? Do you feel like every day with them is a gift? And that might sound a little silly because you're not always going to agree. Sometimes you might even really disagree with each other. But if you really had to think about it, is your life better off with them than it would be without them? Do you ultimately feel incredibly blessed to have them in your life? That's what you should expect. Do they go above and beyond for you? Do they ultimately act like a person who is so incredibly glad for you to be in their life? That's what you should expect. That's what you should expect. Period.
Ladies, should you date a man or marry a man because you love him, because he gives you butterflies in your stomach? Or should you marry a man or date a man because he's from a wealthy home, because he's rich, his father is rich, because he's well traveled, he's educated, he's well exposed, he's smart, he's handsome, he's got money, he's got connection? So tell me, would you marry or date a man because you love him or because he's got things that can make your life better for you? Let me know in the comment section.
Men are transactional when it comes to marriage. A man will never marry a woman just because he loves her. I've never heard it. Why do you marry this one? Because I love her. It's a lie. It's only women that say those things. Or when he walked into the room, I couldn't breathe. Or butterflies in my tummy. Or all those things that we say that don't make any sense. Men don't do that. Why is he marrying her? Because she's smart. Or because she's beautiful. My friends will be jealous. Or because she has a good job. Or her father is rich. Someone once said to me, a guy, he said, if my father is poor, it's not my fault. If my father-in-law is poor, it's my fault. Men are that transactional.
Never date somebody because you love them. Love is the dumbest thing that you can build a relationship on. I have loved people in my life and they just weren't good for me. And the first thing that you got to understand about dating is it's not about how you feel about them. It's about how good they are for you and how good you are for them. Compatibility is the foundation of a relationship. You guys getting along, having the same core beliefs, having the same core values, and having a schedule that aligns with one another and a lifestyle that aligns with one another is what's going to build the relationship. And then love is very easy to build on top of that. When everything is going well in the relationship and you guys make sense for one another, love is easy to build. Love is very effortless. And love is a cherry on top. But love is not the foundation for a relationship. You can love somebody with all your heart. They may be very bad for you. You can care about someone. You can do anything for anybody. It doesn't mean that they're going to love you back.
Do not marry for love. Yes, you heard that right. Let me explain. I mean, if I was to marry for love, I would have married my 16-year-old boyfriend from high school. And I would have had a very different quality of life to the life I'm living currently. That's why I always teach my clients to fall in love with someone's values. Your values shape the way you speak, what you do, and what you believe. If they're a kind-natured person, they'll probably be a good partner. If they're loyal, they won't cheat. If they're disciplined, they'll always finish a task. If they value their health, they'll always eat a nutritious meal. They're ambitious and driven, well, you can always count on them to turn anything into gold. They value cleanliness, you'll know they'll always pick up their own socks. So ladies, always date and marry a man's values first and fall in love with that, as that man will not change, as values are abiding.
In my opinion, love should always take the back seat when it comes to choosing a partner. You should look out for core values that aligns with yours when it comes to choosing someone you would want to marry or date. You should be looking out for a partner that has core qualities that can enhance your life. Be it the way they speak, the way they reason, the way they view life, their perspective to life, or be it in their connection, their exposure, the people they know, their family name, heritage. You have to be very realistic and very practical when it comes to choosing a partner. Loving someone does not necessarily mean that that person has to love you back, and that person might not even love you back on the long run. So why should you choose a partner based on a feeling you have, based on the fact that you have butterflies in your stomach whenever you see that person? You should be more focused on how that person treats you or how that person might treat you. It's easier for you to accept someone the way they are than date someone with the hope that the person is going to change and become better in the future. There is no guarantee that that man is going to be better in the future. So that's why people speak against anyone dating a man's potential. You have to come to terms with what you're currently seeing. If this man is this way, am I happy with what I'm seeing now? Can I cope with what I'm seeing now? Don't get into that relationship thinking I can handle him, I can make him change. There is no guarantee. So as a lady, whenever you decide to date or marry, or if you've decided to date or marry, make sure you're out there looking for a man that is going to enhance your life in every way. I'm not saying that you should date someone that you will never find attractive. Attraction and love is very different. One thing that is for sure is this: love does grow. If you shower someone with care, over time, love will grow. The person will start developing feelings. So if you have a good man that has got the values you're looking out for, over time, with that man making you happy and making life conducive for you, you're going to start developing feelings for that man. Like I said, I'm not saying that you should be in a relationship with someone that you're not attracted to. Attraction and love are totally different.
Let me not lie to you ladies. Men can be bad, don't get me wrong, but you also have to be accountable for the decisions that you make when it comes to men. Because some of you are choosing specific types of men that would do specific types of things. Then when they actually do the things, you get surprised and you say, oh, men this, men that. When really and truly that was in his character, you just made a poor judgment of character. And another mistake that you made is that you allowed your feelings to cloud your judgment altogether. And once feelings get involved, everything is a mess. You have to be very specific and very intentional with the type of men that you let into your life. Where most people go wrong is that they just date somebody because they like them. But liking is not enough, because your like is going to make you ignore things that you know you shouldn't ignore. For example, you know that person is a liar, but because you like them, you'll brush past it. You know that that person lacks empathy, but because you like them, you ignore it. You know that that person looks like they don't have a bright future, but because you like them, you ignore it and you make excuses for them. And then in the long run, the things that you ignored come back to bite you. I say all of this to say, do not date someone or do not let someone into your life just because you like them. Be very intentional with the type of person that you let into your life, and be very, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't remember the word I'm looking for, but you get the gist.
Stop dating for love, because most of you are confusing love with obsession. As your big sister, this is the best advice that I can give you. Hear me clearly when I say your quest for romance will ruin your fucking life. Do not date for love. Date for the things that he does for you, and love will grow. Figure out what's important to you and date the man that provides that. And that doesn't just mean money. It could be the man that's always there for you, the man that's your biggest supporter, your biggest cheerleader. Whatever the thing is that's most important to you, date the man that provides that, and you will grow a healthy love with him. Because the worst thing that you can do is to be with the man that you're obsessed with and call it love. And it's not just because your nervous system will be fucked up. It will. But what's more important is that feeling fades. And most people do not know how to stay in a relationship once that feeling goes away that was built on it. Date the man that does the most for you. Be with the man that gives you what you want. Now, this does not mean you should be pessimistic about love. This means you need to reframe what you think love is. Love is stability, love is patience, and love is kindness. It's not the demon butterflies that are running around in your stomach every time your phone goes off because you're hoping it's him that texts you.
If you decide to make the decision to date for money and not love, here are 3 things you need to make sure that you do. The first thing that you need to do is make sure that you look for someone with good character. There are plenty of wealthy, rich men out there who make a lot, but they are not generous. They are not cheerful givers. You want to make sure that this person also shares the same values as you. So maybe you're really family oriented. If you're going to date for money, make sure that your man with money is also family oriented. Number 2, you want to look for a guy that genuinely supports you. Number 2, you want a man that genuinely supports you. Say you have your own business. You want a guy where maybe if he's going to his business networking events, if he knows there's people, connections he has in his network, he's introducing you to them to help you grow your business as well. Or even if he has money and he knows nothing about your business, maybe he's invested some of his own money to help grow your business. And even if you're not a business owner, maybe you're an aspiring influencer or a content creator, maybe he's the type of person to rent out a billboard in Times Square, put your name up there, and tell people to follow you. That's the kind of support you need from your rich man if you decide to date for money instead of love. But I would still hope that even if you choose to date for money first, that you're hoping to eventually fall in love, because, being with someone that you don't actually like isn't that great, in my opinion. Number 3, I would hope you still continue to have a life outside of your love life. I know when we get into relationships, it's like my man, my man, my man. But it's really important that you don't neglect your hobbies, your friends, your goals, things you want to accomplish in life. Basically, you want to create a life where, regardless of whether your relationship works out or it doesn't work out, you're not going to be down bad because you've worked on yourself. Maybe you're working on your fitness goals while you're in this relationship. Maybe you still have friends and you go out and you have a good time and you enjoy your life outside of your partner. Or maybe you've gone back to school and you're working on building up your career, and that's also fine, but regardless of whether this relationship works out or not, you will be fine. You can't lose. And even if it doesn't work out, you got to have some nice experiences with your rich man, and that's okay.
Ladies, we should learn from men and how they handle relationship with women. A lot of men out there didn't marry who they are with because they loved the person from the beginning. They married whoever they are with because they saw what the person could do. They knew what the person was capable of. A lot of men marry women they can control, women that are domesticated, women that can give birth because that is what they're looking for. Some men marry women that are from influential family, women that their parents parents are wealthy. Some men marry because they want to get connection. So they get married into wealthy homes because they want connection. They want their business to thrive. Men are very calculative. They are very practical and very logical when it comes to picking who they want to marry. But women, we often marry because of how we feel. We let our feelings control us when it comes to picking who we want to marry. So it's important for us to think about our life, our well-being before choosing a partner. If you choose wrongly, it's going to end in disaster. I understand that no one can tell tomorrow. You might think you have the best man and tomorrow something goes off. I get that. Something goes wrong. I get that. But if you're being given the opportunity to make a certain decision, you should give your best shot. That's what I'm saying. You should do your best at that given point in time and leave the rest for the universe or for God. So when it comes to choosing a partner, make sure that the person you're choosing is going to enhance your life, however way you want that to happen, be it spiritually, emotionally, financially, physically. Do not choose a person that's going to be a burden to you. Anyways, it's your life, is your decision. If you want a man that is going to be a liability to you financially and otherwise, go ahead and do that. But I wouldn't advise anyone to do that. Be smart. Think critically before making such a lifelong decision, so you don't end up regretting on the long run.
You're not his therapist. You're not his savior. You're his mirror. And if he's broken, you're going to feel it too. So many women fall in love with a man's potential, who he could be if healed, changed, or finally got it together. Dating potential is like investing in a house you hope someone else will renovate. You end up emotionally exhausted, carrying both your feelings and his growth. And the worst part, men don't change when you love them enough. They change when they decide to level up, not when you coach them. The most powerful thing you can do is walk away from a man who isn't ready and let him figure it out without you.
Ladies, if you've chosen to date or marry a wealthy man, make sure you are going for a man that has values that aligns with yours. Because if you're just focused on his money alone and not checking out his values, the kind of person he is, his personality, if that man ends up being a bad person, a shitty person, you will end up regretting it. You're going to be living in a mansion but not having peace of mind. So it's up to you. I know some ladies are just after the money. If you're going for a wealthy man, make sure that man has got a good character, a good personality. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments section. And if you'd love to watch more videos like this, click this video to watch men mad at women for celebrating their divorce. And I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.